Oh, yeah! What the fuck? I'm calling both games.
Cole from How About That Chief? How about them Chiefs? How about that Chiefs? How about
It's one of them. Yeah, man. My name's Cole. I live in the Kansas City area, born and raised. So I've been a Chiefs fan my whole life. And I was telling them before the show, it's the greatest time to be a Chiefs fan, but we've endured a lot of pain and suffering through the years, minus the last 5 has been absolutely incredible. Started the channel like January 23rd, 2022, the morning of the Chiefs and Bills divisional game. I finally said, I'm starting a channel. I don't care if the Chiefs lose today. I'm just going to start it. Anyway, the Chiefs ended up winning in crazy fashion in the divisional game. You guys know that game. And the channel kind of popped. And yeah, the growth and support has been insane. I quit my job in September.
Nice.
And
Wow.
here we are. So it's been insanity, man. Yeah.
What, you didn't have to grind away for 8 years like Tree and I did until we finally figured it out. You
Sometimes it happens.
doing, right?
Sometimes it happens to other people. You know what I mean? Like it took me about a year to like realize, okay, it's like a grind sort of thing. So like,
What was the day
It happens
job?
differently for different people.
Yeah. What was your normal occupancy?
Yeah, so
Occupation.
I was a freelance videographer, photographer. My previous actual salary job, I was a lead videographer at a church and like directed a team.
Tom Brady retires. I'm sure
Allegedly.
it was the subject of everything basically yesterday. And then Perna released a video, you know, like his retirement changes the QB market.
Road, and he's a
Have a baby.
podcaster on Fox, and he doesn't even try to come back. I've seen this movie before. You know the rules of like the Fox and the Chanticleer. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Brady, I'm sure you have some fond Steeler memories.
I really don't. I really don't. Because the problem is, the whole thing with the Steelers is that they could not beat New England when it mattered. Unfortunately, it's they were always second fiddle. Well, he won. No, this is 4 before.
Okay. Yeah. No. What stat are you saying? I'm confused.
He had 7 Super Bowls. Remember, he won against Atlanta, the Rams, and the Chiefs.
Right. He won 3
before, like by the time he was near 40.
He won a bunch of those before he was 40, right? Because he's only 45 years old, and he's only
as
won.
I said, but I was saying like around 40, he won 3 Super Bowls after that.
Yeah.
The problem is like it's tough to get to a Super Bowl, especially with how tight the AFC, NFC are. Like you have to remember seeing an age where it was dominated by Big Ben, Manning, and Brady. That rarely happens, and I don't know if we're going to see that again, especially with the spread out level of quarterback we have in the AFC and NFC this time around.
Patrick Mahomes is going to his 3rd already, and what is this? His 5th year? 6th year?
As a starter, yeah.
Yeah. So that means that he would have to, even if the next 5 years are exactly the same as now, he'd still only be 60% there.
He's awful. Then why does he keep kicking your team's ass?
Listen, let's go back to what you said. 8
No,
seasons.
you said he was really bad. So like, I just want to know why the Cowboys can't beat him. Like,
8
because that's a
seasons,
really
1
weird
Super Bowl.
thing.
That's
You
all I
can't-
have to say.
How many
That's how
Super
good
Bowls
he
have you
is.
had, Tree?
Just give Dak some more time. Give Dak some more time. Let us not trade away a wide receiver
More time.
1. and then
Because
we'll
with me,
go-
at least,
we'll
I
go.
know it's only 2, but we have 2 more than you, since the last
Yeah.
time you won one. So.
All of us do have
And
2.
how many
I mean,
altogether?
even
Yeah,
this guy
actually,
down
that's
here
true.
can have 2,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he didn't go to the Super Bowl for 50
How many?
years.
What's the latest? What are you hearing? What's the word on the street? Is he staying? Is he coming back? Does this Tom Brady news impact what he's going to do?
I think the Brady news does impact what he's going to do.
Eli Manning, like they let him have his farewell tour to the detriment of the team because it was the right thing to do, and that's what I think. And so did the Steelers with Ben
the problem is like the
Roethlisberger.
Steelers were held back
Like-
because of it, though.
Yeah,
Like, these are GMs. Like, this is their literal job, and they're not easy jobs. But I think at the end, like, listen, as fans, we have all this like emotional investment into players and teams. But I mean, listen, Amari Cooper did a lot for you, and you trade him for a 5th.
I mean,
You know,
listen,
and that's I'm not.
Well,
I
that
don't know how I feel about that.
not having a Super Bowl win was our calling card, was our trump card, right? We would bring that up to no end and just be like, here's your Super Bowl cabinet, it's empty. And now they have one and they might get another one, and it's starting to get annoying.
Browns Vikings. Oh my god, this would be so bad. It would be so. The Vikings could win their first ever Super Bowl, and Deshaun Watson's playing opposite. I'm just like, Is it worth going to hell? Like, are we just at this point, are we making a decision?
You would have to root. Who would you root for, Tom, in that
Eternity's not that
situation?
long. Honestly, as a football content creator, I may just pretend the Super Bowl never happened and never talk about it. I would never do every NFL fans. I would never do a reaction to it. And just be like, nope, Super Bowl just never happened. Wow, that's crazy.
I already
canceled it. Now, Commanders versus Browns. So if Dan Snyder like actually stayed, then you have Dan Snyder, and then you also have Deshaun. That's the worst
thing.
one. I'd root for Washington as a whole. Like Wildflower would be happy. I would just be like, hopefully Dan Snyder never touches the trophy.
To you and your grind. But
Appreciate it.
Congratulations!
what was your other question? Because I had to
Eagles.
finish it.
Yeah, the
Eagles.
Eagles.
Eagles. Oh, I don't know
That an Eagles fan has not already said. You understand? So I was just wondering, what's the AFC perspective of these people? Well, that's interesting.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road.
do not play that song.
Do
again.
not do that.
Again.
Do
Ever
not.
again.
do
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of cheesy. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't
Tom,
let me bring out
no.
the skulls, Tom. Don't let me bring out the skulls.
Tom, when the Green Bay is in the basement and you are back to the early 80s, I am going to dunk on you so hard that you are going to be Sean Bradley. I will poster you so hard.
I am very excited for post
Why do you hate the Eagles so
Aaron
much, Street?
Rodgers.
They're in my state. That's the problem. They don't shut up.
Don't do it, Tom. Don't do it.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory.
Oh man.
Terry Bradshaw ought to be ashamed of himself.
It's like a
dancing
35-second
with them.
clip. I'm letting you off easy.
Terry Bradshaw just doesn't care anymore. Like him and the Steelers are broken.
My stance has been pretty consistent. They're a freaking great team. I think Burrow, in my opinion, is probably QB2 in the NFL outside of Mahomes, personally. All 4 games now by 3 points. I was glad to get it. I predicted the Chiefs to win by 3, but I was like, it could go either way, and it's going to be a fight. So, yeah, it was a tough game and an emotionally draining one for me. I called the game, commentated it live, so I was trying to keep it together and stay composed, like my father.
You
Tom.
never get over that feeling. Like when your team goes to the Super Bowl, you know it. Like you feel it here. Like off season.
First off,
priority one.
Priority one is what we should have done, and go get another receiver so CD has some help.
I do have mine coming up soon as well, but I haven't gotten my women's Tom Brady jersey yet. Ooh, let's go. All right. Sing it, Tom.
Yeah, that's right, baby. Cole in the building for this one. Yeah. 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nailed it.
Can you just do the alphabet one time? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
So no, my internet sometimes does this, and so like the countdown like stops.
Yes.
So I'm not in time with it anymore, and I then just throw it out the window.
$100 and oh my goodness!
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm at 297.37.
Yep.
What do you
I'm
do?
at $100.80.
225.94. Tom, where you at? Where you at? Where you at, buddy?
468.93.
Let's go. I think you should have to go on Madden and set up the Browns versus the Vikings in the Super Bowl and watch that.
Watch the whole.
Commentate the game as if it's a real game.
And just leave it like have the computer sim it.
Stage of the Daytona 500.
All right,
Are we all in agreement? Hands
I'll do
in?
that.
All right.
Or I mean,
Hands
the
in.
Vikings.
You
Vikings
have to
versus
remind me
Dolphins.
because I will forget.
Yes. Do not,
If I
you know what?
forget,
I'm gonna put
then
that
I'll
on
do
the
an
calendar.
entire NASCAR race. So that'll be my.
I'm gonna put that on my calendar right now.
Cole,
Reminds
we
Tom.
appreciate
I have a
you
good
coming
idea.
on.
I have a good idea.
Go
Oh,
on.
what was
As a punishment in the future, somebody needs to live stream a reaction to the Dana White slap boxing league or whatever. That
Dude,
would
I've
be
seen some of those clips.
that would be
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
That is not not
It's
what
so
I would
violent.
say. It's scary.
There's no way I'm not going to remember. You kidding me? Mods are going to tell me every 5 seconds.